Hello, friends. Welcome to another football game edition here on Backroads Broadcasting, bringing the action home to you. We're back at the Rock tonight for the 3A Sectional Championship game. Rock Creek looking to punch their ticket to the sub-state, but first they must take on the Frontenac Raiders. Eddie Greer, play-by-play, once again this evening. Joined alongside me, the man who needs no title at all, Isaiah Dobbins.
Good evening, everybody.
Isaiah, man, it's mid-November. We're still in postseason mode for football. Cold night here in St. George. It's going to be a big challenge tonight for these players out here in the field.
I love playing in the cold, though. I always wanted to play in the snow, but I think it's official. This is official football weather.
Yes, it is.
It's a little cold, but it's going to be a great night of football.
We're definitely looking forward to action-packed football game here tonight at home. Rock Creek has an opportunity. Same thing goes to our visiting team, Frontenac, as well. Of course, Rock Creek coming off that 28-21 thriller of a game last week against a very tough opponent in Hayden last week. Back-and-forth matchup last week, back-and-forth ball game, especially in the second half of the game, and particularly the fourth quarter of that game, where that fast break offense, the Rock Creek, struck gold twice. Ethan Burgess with a tying touchdown, and then after Hayden struck back, then Rock Creek responded right away, right back. Dalton Whitworth hit Ethan Burgess, which turned out to be the game-winning touchdown. And, of course, what sealed it, the interception by Logan Sturdy, put the Mustangs in this position for opportunity to possibly go to sub-state.
Yeah, and one thing I loved about the Mustangs last week was how well they made adjustments at halftime. That first half, they were kind of looking battered and bruised a little bit. They were getting blown off the ball. Hayden was mixing it up well with counters, sweeps, runs up the middle, and really kind of dictating that first half. But they really bounced back in that second half on the defensive end. They were getting it done up front and making big plays down the stretch.
Before we go any further on this pregame show, we have to highlight our sponsors for tonight's 3A Sectional Championship. Home Too Fast there to Versa Air for hopping on board for the Rock Creek postseason run. They joined us at the beginning of this run, and it's carried all the way into the third round. We appreciate them. Also, Turbo Construction and Kansas State High School Activities Association as well. I'll be talking about those sponsors throughout the night. Eddie Greer, Isaiah Dobbins. This is the pregame show leading up to Frontenac, this visiting team here in this sectional championship 3A against the Rock Creek Mustangs here at the Rock. Another home game.
I know.
Once again for Rock Creek. On the flipping the coin a little bit real quickly. Rock Creek 3-0. That includes the big upset win at Hayden last week. Of course, the city of Topeka has mostly good high school teams up there. And for Rock Creek to really go toe-to-toe with Hayden, that shows a lot of how far this Rock Creek team have we seen from Silver Lake all the way up to right now against Frontenac.
Indeed, and I've said in weeks past, home court advantage is or home field advantage, if you will, is a big deal. And even playoffs, it's elevated because not only are the players amped up because it's playoffs, the hometown crowd's pumped up. It's playoffs, so it's do or die time. But yeah, I think that last week was a big momentum win, and I want to see Rock Creek continue to build on that. Not get complacent or anything, but try to build on great win last week. If I could talk here, maybe I got some pregame jitters. Maybe that's what it is. But.
Maybe we all have pregame jitters. Now, I'll always get them every time I play. I remember back in those days playing football or baseball, get those pregame jitters. But once the game starts, you're locked in. So hopefully Shane Siebens' team is locked in, ready for this game, because the opponent tonight, Frontenac Raiders, this team is no slouch. 9-2 coming into this 3A sectional championship game under head coach Mark Smith, and doing a deeper dive into this team for this week. Interesting stat I caught, and thanks to Frontenac Twitter, for posting it last week or a couple weeks ago, but this is their 7th appearance in the round of 8 for these Raiders. So this team is kind of a veteran team, knows how to get to this point of the season. And of course, for those of you just tuning in or don't know where the city of Frontenac is, it's 2 hours and 45 minutes south of St. George. And of course, if we want to know if it's close to Wichita, well, it's 2 hours 39 minutes west of Wichita. So Frontenac's kind of out there a little bit. So, but this team knows how to play some football.
They do. You know what limited stats we do have on them, but just looking at some of their scores from regular season, I can just make the impression that when they get on teams early, they can put them away and, you know, be in places to win the games. And looking at their roster here as well, some big boys. 6'1", 6'2",